The past 2 years have seen some hard times and presented some real challenges to virtually all businesses, including my own. However, the best organizations seized the moment because they prepared for tough times. Bell Incorporated not only weathered the storm, but in fact gained strategic strength during the recent recession and grew its bottom line. We did it with careful planning and by making smart and swift decisions. In fact, these were the exact steps that Mike Rounds and Dennis Dugard should have taken in Pierre. Instead, in the words of their fellow Republican, Gordon Howie, they were asleep at the wheel, at the switch. Senator Howie's analysis is spot on. And to date, all other Republican candidates for governor, except Dennis Dugard, have agreed. Leaders aren't always going to be right, but they need to surround themselves with good people and people who aren't afraid to challenge conventional wisdom. If Mike Rounds and Dennis Dugard had listened more and postured a little less, our state would have been much better prepared to handle the chronic budget shortfalls we found ourselves in. I am very excited about the opportunities that can present themselves if the right leadership steps forward. Scott went out of his way to inform me he doesn't want some figurehead lieutenant governor, nor is that something that I'm willing to do. He wants me to use my business background to work with our educators and our economic development officials to help find innovative ways to create the right kind of employment opportunities for our state. That is my personal mandate. I love a challenge, and if we're fortunate enough to prevail in November, I look forward to hitting the ground running. Finally, let me be clear on one very important thing. I oppose an individual state income tax and a corporate income tax. Senator Heideprim has a long voting history of opposing an income tax, and it was one of the primary issues that we discussed in my joining the ticket. I can't wait to hit the road with Scott to show the people of South Dakota a team that is really committed to positive change. I'm honored to be his running mate, and I would be happy to answer any questions you might have. First, though, I would like to introduce my family. If they could come forward here. They've been so good back there doing this whole thing. Well, one of them has. This is my wife, Sarah, my son, Fletcher, he's 5, and my daughter, Finley, I believe, is on her way in. She's 2.